What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Unplugged and Uncut. You're live with your boy Unique, and today I want to get into the Golden State Warriors being linked to Dwight Howard. But before I get started, I want to thank everyone who's been subscribed to the channel. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you do. You are definitely helping out us and fight that almighty algorithm. The algorithm be kicking butt and taking names, and each subscriber really helps out our channel. Not to mention, I'm giving away a Steam Deck at 50,000 subscribers, a PS5 at 100,000 subscribers. All you got to do to be entered to win is be an active subscriber, leave comments in the comment section. But without further ado, let's get into the Golden State Warriors being linked to Dwight Howard. Now, this article is coming from Hoop Rumors. This is where I saw this first. If you want to read it, I will leave the article in the video, and you can hit pause and read through it. But the first reason it would make sense, guys, is this could be a low-risk contract, very high upside, very high reward type situation. Dwight Howard should not command a max contract or anything near that. In fact, he's going to be on the other end of the spectrum, looking at those minimum type contracts for vets. So you could be getting a defensive-minded big on your team for a low contract type situation. Makes sense to me. Number two, once again, this is a true defensive big, guys. And in the Wild Wild West, you do have to go through Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns, the Joker, Sabonis, to name a few. So having that real legit defensive big on your team that could bang with these big boys could be invaluable. The third reason I think it makes sense is you could probably limit him to 15 to 25 minutes at the max to help save him for the playoffs when you really need him to go against those big boys. And then the fourth reason, guys, goes into those minutes. However, if you need to use him a little bit more than that, he can start. If a Kevon Looney's hurt and you need a real center in there to start, you could use him, but only if needed, like break the glass in case of emergency type situations. And then the fifth reason, guys, this man is a champion and a pick and roll maestro. You got Draymond Green, Steph Curry, and CP3. Really good passers. Imagine the pick and roll Lob City type threat you would have between CP3 and Dwight Howard, especially if that's your duo coming off the bench. That could be very, very nice. Now, I want to give you a few reasons why you might say no. So that's a few reasons why you might say yes. Here are a few reasons you say no. Does his personality fit? Does his personality fit with the culture you have in Golden State already? If you think it does fit, then it's a no-brainer. If you think it doesn't fit, you got to go. Number two, could there be a better option, guys? I could think of one player off the top of my mind that reminds me of Dwight Howard, not quite as big and strong, but could be a player or an option for the Golden State Warriors. And that's New Orleans Noel. New Orleans Noel is a really good defensive-minded player who could run the court well and be a Lob City type threat. So is there a better option available? Thirdly, guys, you do have to take age into consideration. This man is 37 years old. However, next to LeBron James, have you seen a better man in shape in the NBA than Dwight Howard? Somebody let me know in the comments, because I'm pretty sure there is. But Dwight Howard is an example of how to keep your body in shape. So the age isn't as much of a worry, but it is somewhat of a concern. As we get older, how many minutes can you play? And how long and how strong can you go before you break down and get an injury? And that's the fourth reason, guys, is injury concerns. Dwight Howard has had injuries in his past. However, here lately, he has been pretty fairly healthy. He did pretty good in the Taiwan League, was busting out his three-point shot. But you do have to worry about the age and the injury, the better options, and then also the personality and the culture fit. So those are a few reasons you might say no. With that being said, guys, are there any teams that make sense for Dwight Howard? I could think of 4 teams off the bat that should consider Dwight Howard, starting with the Golden State Warriors. They need a big. The Dallas Mavericks, they need some defense. They could use some defense in a big, big way. Luka, Kyrie get you buckets, but these boys play no defense. Having a defensive-minded center could help you out. The Miami Heat have the culture. They could also use a legit big at backup center to help Bam Adebayo. I love Bam, but man, that boy could use some help. And the Heat be counting on Bam to play like 48 minutes. Him and Jimmy buckets. You can't come off the court. We got to win. So the Miami Heat, they got the culture and could use a legit big. What about the Spurs? They got Victor Wembanyama. Could he use a defensive mentor? Former defensive player of the year like Dwight Howard? Could make some sense there. They also have the culture to help Dwight Howard thrive. So those are 4 teams I could think of that could possibly use a Dwight Howard. Not saying they need to sign him, of course, but those are just 4 options I could think of if Dwight Howard's trying to make that NBA comeback. Those are 4 of the teams I would look at and speak to if I was him. And there's a few others as well. But I can't wait to see how everyone feels about this in the comments. Do you think Dwight Howard lands back in the NBA? And if so, do you think it's with Golden State? That's all we got for this episode, guys. Your boy is out. Peace.